Throughout the course of love and relationships, we think that other people make us happy because others are horny. Imagine, however, a life in which your happiness isn't contingent upon the whims of another person, where your emotional health doesn't hinge on discreet looks or unanswered texts or mixed messages. So this situation is not an impossible dream. It's likely a reality you can slip into today. Stoicism, an ancient life philosophy which preaches resilience and inner peace in all circumstances, offers some kernels of wisdom to why we may just be able to achieve happiness without the need for external factors. Have you ever wondered how wanting someone to miss you ties into things? In our latest video, we'll explore the deep wisdom of Stoic philosophy and how it can transform how you grow personally and interact with others. Come along as we reveal the secret to leaving a lasting impact, not through manipulation or detailed schemes, but by embracing self-reliance and inner peace. When you focus on growing personally, nurturing your emotional independence, and enjoying the current moment without relying on others, you naturally become more appealing and surprisingly memorable. Remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stick around for the whole video. Every section is crafted to guide you towards a calmer and more fulfilling life. So, let's get started. Number 1. Releasing the desire to control. The Stoics believe that a big part of your stress, annoyance, and even sadness comes from attempting to manage things that are beyond your control. We all fall into this trap, pouring lots of effort into shaping circumstances, outcomes, and even individuals to fit our desires, only to find that a good chunk of it is beyond our influence. Initially, this might seem discouraging, but in reality, it's meant to free you. The idea is to break free from the pressure of our own high standards. Take Stoic wisdom, for instance. This is not about accepting what life throws you attentively. Really, it is about concentrating on those things in life that you can control, your own thoughts and emotions. The place where you hold the most power is within yourself, in your attitudes, choices, and how you react to things. This is the area where you can truly leave your mark. If you direct your attention here, you can develop your patience, empathy, and ability to bounce back. It's in this space that genuine peace can be found. Think about the concept of releasing control. Stoicism guides us to embrace the natural course of life. It enables us to distinguish between our actions and their consequences. You can give your best in what you do, but the results, they often are beyond your control. And that's fine. It doesn't devalue your efforts. It simply allows you to see them in a more positive and practical light. When you align your actions with your values and release attachment to specific outcomes, you experience a richer and more genuine way of living. In addition, Stoic philosophy encourages us to view each circumstance as an opportunity to learn and to question our beliefs about control, achievement, and safety. It shows us that true power doesn't stem from micromanaging the external world, but from understanding and managing our own thoughts and emotions. In your daily life, being flexible and embracing the unexpected is key. It's about facing life's surprises calmly and being open to learning from every experience. Dealing with life's obstacles gracefully allows you to grow and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. As we integrate this Stoic principle into our daily routines, we notice deeper connections in our relationships, reduced stress, and a greater appreciation for the here and now. We start to see that control isn't the secret to happiness. Instead, it's about balance, acceptance, and inner tranquility. Letting go of our need for control isn't giving up, it is about reclaiming our power in the most impactful way possible. It is, rather, a process of stepping into our power to claim the inner freedom that changes not only how we see and respond with life, but also paves room for us not led by external validation, but defined through internal tranquility and strength which contribute utmost purpose in this lifetime. Number 2. Self-growth over external validation. Do you sometimes just simply feel like you crave that oh-so-human desire of being understood and valued? You may have observed that you are seeking validation on social media. as likes do matter to feel good about yourself, or how discouraged or sad become when your friends and family doesn't appreciate the way you expected. This is also true of most people, the external pursuit of happiness, more so when it comes to relationships. But what if that is the heart of it all, and your happiness comes from you, not anywhere else? This is exactly what Stoicism, a philosophy from the past, can do. It is about focusing on what we can control, like our thoughts and actions, as well letting go of everything that does not fall into this category. That does not imply we quit caring or deference. It has to do with creating our individual durability, as well as finding joy inside ourselves, from another person's permission. You know what it feels like to wish someone missed you or wanted to see you. It's like giving them the remote control to your emotions, right? You end up reacting to their moves, which can toss you into a real emotional whirlwind. Stoicism hands that remote back to you. It gives us the ability to grow in their virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. Paying attention to these values means being able to grow in human qualities. And as we become this open character with pleasure inside, can only be seen through our development steps. This Stoic mindset doesn't mean we should cut ourselves off from others or stop caring. In opposition, Stoicism is about forming strong relationships in which everyone respects and understands each other, opposed to needing or depending on one another. And here is a fun paradox. We also become more interesting and attractive to others by being focused on developing ourselves, striving to do/be better. Confidence, passion for what you love to do, and an ability to feel comfortable around your skin is attractive. So, the less we chase someone's attention, the more likely they are to take notice, because we're living our most authentic lives. So, how about we start redirecting our energies? Instead of capitalist discourses, why can't we invest our emotions in building a kind interior? So use this time to develop new skills, try other things, and rediscover ourselves. But that journey of self-discovery and personal improvement not only is valuable in its own right, it also makes us far more attractive, and yes, misable to others. Stoicism is never about desire, or even necessity, for the matter of connection. Executing life's final breath with dignity has never been a Stoic way of life. It reminds us that our happiness and value are not contingent upon them. Wonderfully, emotional freedom and the good life are always within reach if we learn to apply Stoic principles into our lives. Finally, it is what Aristotle often refers to as the Stoic way. With that resourcefulness from within, let's embark on becoming better humans and in turn find joy by ourselves. True happiness, my friends, is right there. Number 3, independence and emotional resilience. One of the greatest insights at the heart of Stoicism is that we cannot always control what happens to us, but how we respond to those events. And not only is this free, it gives us the control to our own emotional freedom. Stoicism isn't lying about your emotions or just pretending the world doesn't affect you. No, it is more about acknowledging that you feel, however, because of recognition and interpretation. It often takes a lot and even deeper understanding than letting those emotions register, but not be in the driver's seat. Pretty straightforward advice from the Stoics here. Concentrate on what you have power over and leave behind that for which you do not. I couldn't agree more. Is a down-to-earth how-to on getting better at inner serenity. It isn't merely about realizing that place in you. Now, let what you know about this showdown to hear how that stuff plays out in real life. Someone cutting you off in traffic, or a friend canceling plans last minute. Instead of letting irritation or disappointment sabotage our own day, Stoicism instructs us to let it slide and concentrate on how we react instead. This mindset fosters a sense of independence that's both empowering and incredibly useful. And no, this independence doesn't mean you're going solo. It actually helps you connect with others more authentically from a place of strength and self-assurance. Take relationships, for instance. Stoicism helps us understand that while it's great to love and care for people, our personal happiness shouldn't depend solely on someone else's actions or approval. This perspective encourages us to build relationships based on mutual respect and real connection, not out of fear of being alone or needy dependency. By building up our emotional resilience, we get to enjoy deeper, more meaningful relationships without losing our own identity in them. Plus, Stoicism is big on living in tune with nature, accepting life's natural ups and downs, which really bolsters our emotional strength. It teaches us that every time is different and learning to adjust is truly a test of our spirit. So, how do we get there? It starts with self-awareness. It allows you to check in with yourself, your thoughts and emotions when things get tough, gratitude and staying in the present moment, as well as living your life through experiences that align with your core values, is huge too. And very importantly, we need to question our perceptions, asking if our reactions are really fitting for the situation or if they're based on old habits or beliefs. Embracing Stoicism isn't about sailing smoothly through life without ever needing anyone else. It is not about disillusioning belief in a humanity that does not exist. It's instead to train oneself how, like the lighthouse during storms would show its own light and guide itself with principles that have precedence. The road to individual freedom and emotional strength is not the solitary highway paved with aloneness. It grows from the well-worn tracks of those who have come before. But the more we wield them, the happier and paradoxically stronger in our weakness. Picture a sword turned sideways, can become as its charming effects multiply overjoying us with their greater subtlety far beyond what is humanly conceivable. Let's navigate life's storms not by seeking shelter, but by being strong together. Number 4, developing a meaningful existence. Picture a world in which every action, thought, and decision is rooted in an unyielding sense of purposeful contentment. Stoicism provides a blueprint to live such a life, one that focuses on our inner work over accolades from the outside world. In the hustle and bustle life of today, in which we are bombarded with messages about achievement that make us lose sight of presence at all, Stoicism reminds to be serious for a moment. The Stoics remind us that true satisfaction and purpose lacks external accolades or possessions, but is found in our character, wisdom, and principles. It is helping humanity, fostering community, and building relationships rooted in mutual respect for ourselves as human beings. We live in a field of profound meaning and purpose when we prioritize these values. Living a life that is in harmony with who we truly are takes honest introspection of our innermost truths and the unshakable belief to keep honoring those values. Stoicism requires of us to examine our drives behind an action and act according to what is right, your identity, even if we have social demand or hard times in life. This heartfelt resonance is at the heart of meaningful living, as it tells us how we are meant to be, grounded in truth and serving what brings our soul joy. In addition, Stoicism teaches us that all external affairs are fleeting. After all, when we focus on the only things we truly have a say in, our attitudes, decisions, and how you respond to what occurs, then you rid yourself of trying hard control the uncontrollable. It is a powerful perspective shift and frees us up to focus on the things that really matter. In terms of personal growth, living like a Stoic is accepting that to live means you will deal with suffering. We can look at these not as a hindrance to happiness, but rather something that makes us grow and become stronger. Not that we go looking for hardship, but when confronted with it, to rise above it holds value in itself, and returning from the fire into which you have been thrown changes your presence on this planet. The big things and the small ones that make up a thoughtful life, it is visible in the way we uphold others, take time to listen and understand, square up against our own betterment. It's those moments of stillness, the awe at a beautiful view in nature and love for our loved ones. Woven by these Stoic threads, a story emerges of living the good life. And not to be forgotten, the Stoic life of meaning ought to never have been a solitary pilgrimage. These are the roads we walk down together, unearthing collective truths and making sense of our joint experiences. Stoicism offers a way of life that allows us to weather the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune with dignity, grace, solace, as well as joy, meaning, and perhaps purpose. At every turn. Conclusion. It is evident, as we arrive at the endpoint of our tangential pursuit through Stoicism, that this age-old approach to life-keeping provides us not with mere directions, but a path in itself laden deep with exuberance and poise. Stoicism is about focusing on what matters, helping us to lead more balanced lives, and take life's punches without being knocked down. The strategies and methods we talked about are not some theoretical ideas but practicable tools, which can be used in anyone's daily life to teach us how we should take problems as opportunities for learning more or gaining a wider perspective on our lives. Instead, we learn to let go of the non-essential and embrace, fully immerse in life, which includes enjoying a more simplistic-based lifestyle, along with deepening our relationships. This approach helps us build a haven of peace within ourselves that stays unshaken no matter the chaos that surrounds us. Stoicism is not about no challenges in life, but it's the tranquility to accept what we can't change and courage to do something about it, without ever deviating from our principles. This is one of the main teachings that Stoicism gives us. We might not be able to control most luckily external changes in front of what happens around, but for sure we have or should develop an absolute capacity power to view and preference about its decision mode. As we fold Stoic principles into our lives, we begin to see shifts in how we define happiness, success, and fulfillment. We find that real satisfaction doesn't come from outside praise or material things, but from living in harmony with our core beliefs and values. This realization is the secret to a truly fulfilling and joyful life. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey where timeless wisdom intersects with our everyday lives. Let's keep discovering and evolving together. For more insights, I encourage you to watch one of the videos recommended on the screen. Until we meet again, the most important journey is the inward one. Keep in touch. Please comment and share. Subscribe to the channel for more. Your engagement helps us grow and continue to provide valuable insights. See you next time.